And you also spoke about the condition of women during the Mughal rule. But if we were actually to look at it, especially in the context of what is happening in Afghanistan, except for India, and we are not saying that India is totally safe or anything. Of course, if there is a society that exists, there eventually will be a certain section of the population which are going to be perpetrators of certain crimes.
Right.
But look at the neighbors. We still have a 16th century rule in Afghanistan. Women are stoned to death, women are hung in public, and that is the case whether it is in Pakistan or in Bangladesh. So why do you think Bharatiya Mahila or the Indian woman is much more safer and our societies are way ahead of the curve in comparison? First of all, I do this comparison with a disclaimer that it is very unjust to sort of compare these societies. But still, for the sake of beginning this conversation, why do you think this reason exists that Sanatana Dharma and Bharatiya women are way ahead of the curve?
Right. So see, the nature has bestowed women with a responsibility of bringing in life. Now, this itself talks so much about the capabilities of a woman in the society, right? And limiting women with no education, no work is where you're placing a huge barrier in your society. If
Right.
your women are not educated, if your women do not go to work, if women don't choose to be who they really want to be, then what do you think is going to be the future of your country? Because women are the one who bring up different, I mean, they bring up other lives, right? They give birth to their children, they educate their children, and only smart women, right? An educated, a smart woman can bring up a smart child, right? And if you are tying this woman and locking her up inside the house, what do you expect her to teach? And then what is supposed to happen to the children? The children are the future of the country.
Mhm. Right.
I think that's where, compared to other neighboring countries, India has recognized this, and Indian women have been, even very recently, I mean, Indian women have been given a lot of rights to work. She'll be a CEO if she wants to, she'll be a housewife if she wants to, she will be a scientist if she wants to, she'll be anything that she wants to. And we, as a very liberal society, we are not holding back our women in any ways, at least in most part of India and compared to others. So this is something that we're doing.
Right.
And see, on a whole, I don't like using the word women rights, right? Whether
Mhm.
I'm a woman or a man, rights for everybody is supposed to be equal. We are all born with our own individualistic choices, and stating, bracketing women rights is just unfair, because men and women have all the rights in the world to do whatever they want to. So I think time women are realizing this, women are doing a great job at it. So in my travel show, when I was traveling, I happened to meet a lot of women also. So we would just stop, and a small stop for snacks, or when we'd see a very beautiful place which was not scripted, but we just stop for the sake of it, to talk to people, to interact, to learn the culture of that place. So
Right.
these women would tell us stories of how, uh, until only very, from recent days, have they had the courage to step outside and work. So this woman that I spoke to, I think her name was Naga Lakshmi. She's still in touch with me. We are on WhatsApp and everything. So she, in Tamil Nadu near Coimbatore, when you're on the way to Coimbatore, this woman sells dosas and idlis from about 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or something. And she was telling me how, her husband wouldn't let her work.
Mhm.
But then, when her children grew up and all of that, her children supported her children funded her, and she had this own stall for herself. She told me that she wasn't doing this for money. She was like, I want to do something. I'm alive and I don't want to be in the boundary of my house and do nothing. I'm at least cooking. feeding so many people who pass by on this same street every day. I am talking to so many people, and that's how I like living my life. These are, when you meet these people and you see these stories, is when you realize that how important it is for women to get out of their houses, do something for themselves, because whatever they do, they just don't benefit their families. They uplift the entire society. And 90% of what women earn is typically gone in their families. I mean, women are spending in their families a lot compared to a man. Even when you see in families around you, when both of them are working, I have friends where both the parents are working, and my friend always tells me that my mom likes to look after my finances even more. So that's the role, the kind of role that a woman can play. A lot of people come out and say that a woman who works is not capable of running a family, she cannot manage these things. But all of this is rubbish, because a woman is biologically wired to multitask much more than a man can. There are so many living examples, there are examples around us of women who handle families, who handle business, who handle their children, and they do such good. I mean, they make it look so simple, and that is the best part about them.
Right.
India, you won't see women whining that, oh my God, there are very less women who will whine and all that. And generally, they enjoy this. And, when a man, when he's successful in just one thing, he's considered a success, right? He's stamped a success. But a woman, the kind of expectations and responsibilities that the society imposes on her, work, kitchen management, home finances, husband, children.
Right.
If she fails at just one thing, it's and if she fails at just doing that one little thing wrong, she receives heavy criticism. That's extremely unfair, and I think that's stupid. But this also talks so much about the kind of capabilities that women endure in themselves, and that's why we Indians call women Shakti. We Indians, compared to all other traditions, including Islam, India is the country, Hindus are the people who worship goddesses,
Yes.
right? We have Ma Durga, we have Kali Ma, and we have so many people. We worship.
Chamundeshwari Thai.
Sorry?
Chamundeshwari Thai, that's much more local to us.
In Mysore. Yeah. We worship the feminine. That's the kind of people who we are. And nobody gets to tell us that, we don't do enough for our women. Women are choosing to do good for themselves these days. And, they're breaking all stereotypes left, right, and center. And I really wish that in countries like Afghanistan and most of Islamic countries, women are let out to come. And do what they really want to,
Absolutely.
Individualistic freedom is something that all women deserve. I really wish they come out and do something for themselves. They're led to do it, or they fight for themselves. But by hook or crook, I really wish that they come out and do something for themselves.
Absolutely.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.